This is the Masai Mara forest, a forest ruled by the king of animals, the lion. Deers and giraffes bow with respect like subjects. The cunning hyenas and many other interesting animals also inhabit in this forest. The lion is the main highlight of this story. Additionally, there is essential information for anyone planning a trip to Masai Mara. In the previous episode, we saw a cheetah and her cubs, the cheetah hunting, and African elephants. We then returned to our rooms for a nice nap. Today, we have entered the forest before the sunrise. The birds came active as the sun rose. So here is our safari jeep. It's a Land Cruiser 4x4. It is actually a 9-seater vehicle, including the driver. While taking photos of the sunrise, we received information about a lion sighting ahead. So we headed to that spot. Yesterday, there were lion sightings also, but we focused on the cheetahs. As we reached the location, we saw a pride of lions walking towards us, moving majestically. All these lions belong to one family known as the Rongai pride. The family structure of lions is fascinating. One pride can have around 20 to 25 lions, typically with only one male lion, though sometimes there are 2 or 3. When disputes arise between the male lions, the pride may split. As the female lions crossed our jeep, the male lion, the king of the pride, followed behind. There are 3 males in this pride, so it's unclear who is the true ruler. And one male has been missing for a few days. In a lion's family, it is the female's duty to catch the prey, but after killing it, the alpha male has the right to eat it first. Look at that Cape buffalo standing alone over there. It's likely that the pride of lions are targeting this buffalo. Although he is alone, you can see a large group of Cape buffaloes grazing together in the background. There's a lioness passing by behind the buffalo, indicating he might be their target. There are at least 10 lions in these grasslands, but they're not easy to spot. The Cape buffalo is slowly realizing that he is their target. Oh no, the lions missed him. Fortunately, the buffalo escaped. Did you notice how the buffalo charged towards the lions when they attempted to attack? The lions were a bit terrified at the moment. They tried catching the buffalo from behind, but they failed. Usually, 5 to 6 lions attack together to kill their prey. Even if they hunt 10 times, they are only successful once or twice. Since the Rongai pride has so many numbers, they require a large meal like a Cape buffalo to satisfy their hunger. However, catching a Cape buffalo is challenging, as they may charge and attack the lions. Hunting Cape buffalo sometimes results in cuts and wounds, or even deaths for the lion. Given that there is a group of African buffaloes ahead, there might be another chance for a hunt. So we decided to wait near them for a while. That balloon in the sky is a part of a tourism program. It is a hot air balloon safari for tourists who want to watch the animals from above. However, it's quite expensive, around $500 for 2 hours. The Rongai pride is the largest pride in this area. Previously, the Topi pride was the largest. But last year, a dispute among the male lions caused the pride to split. Since then, the Rongai pride has been the largest. Although female lions are responsible for hunting, the male lions are not lazy. They protect the entire pride in case of danger. Even when sibling lions rule a pride together, they do not allow lions from another pride to join or get along with them. Look at the lions in the back. They have started marking the buffaloes. Even though they are far, they are slowly approaching the buffaloes. While the females often hunt, if they haven't secured prey for a long time, the male lion will join in. When male lion hunts, they usually succeed because they are much mightier and stronger than the females.
I saw a video
So we all have our cameras set, waiting and expecting for a hunt. So we are not the only ones eagerly waiting for the lions to hunt the buffaloes. The hyenas over there are also waiting. These hyenas are searching for cheetahs and lions hunting, hoping to snatch their prey afterward. Hyenas are not expert hunters, so they rely on scavenging. Despite the challenge of stealing prey from a large group of lions, hyenas will try their best. Hyenas are not fast runners and usually roam in groups, tackling leopards or lions after they have killed the prey to snatch it from them. Cheetahs and leopards often escape from hyenas rather than confronting them because hyenas have a sharp teeth strong enough to break the bones in one bite. We waited for about 2 hours, but there were no signs of lions attacking the buffaloes. So we left the area and headed to our next destination. A little further, we'll reach the Mara River, where we might see hippopotamus. We have to travel a bit off-road and cross a small stream to get over there. Some people opt for vans on safari in Masai Mara. But to explore places like this, you need to choose the 4x4 safari jeeps. Otherwise, you'll miss beautiful sightings, as two-wheel drive vans cannot navigate these routes. So make sure to book a 4x4 vehicles if you're visiting Masai Mara. As we crossed the stream, we came across a warthog. Look at him standing alone over there. His horns and shape are quite different from the ones in our country, with horns below their eyes as well. A little further, we saw zebras. These animals are also not found in our country. The concept of zebra crossings arose from these animals. Zebras look similar to donkeys in structure when observed closely, but they appear more elegant because of their color patterns. They are not only seen in forests but also near villages due to the threat of lions, so they come to areas where humans are present. The next sighting was a group of giraffes. Although this sighting is amazing for us, giraffe sightings are quite common in here. These giraffes are sometimes seen in villages as well. The body patterns of giraffes are the same, but the color of giraffes differ as they grow. For those planning to visit Masai Mara, here is some information regarding the procedures. You should apply for the visa online, which costs around $50. It may take 2 to 3 working days to receive your visa via email. Another compulsory procedure is to take the yellow fever vaccine at least 10 days prior to the trip. For flights, there are direct flights from Kenya only from Mumbai. The flight duration is 6 to 7 hours, which can be quite boring, so make sure to download some movies on your laptop or mobile phones. The entry fee for one person to Masai Mara is $100, but from June it will increase to $200. Instead of paying separately for accommodation, safari jeep service, and transportation service from airport, it is more economical to take packages that include all these services. The company Too Awesome Masai offers packages starting from 1,15,000 inclusive of flight tickets. You can also customize the number of days and budget of your package according to your requirements. So if you're a wildlife enthusiast, I recommend you attending at least 3 full-day safari. If you guys are interested in visiting Masai Mara, you can contact me via the details provided in the description box. I will be visiting Masai Mara again in September. The ostrich is the tallest bird in the world, much like the giraffe is the tallest animal. They weigh roughly around 140 kgs, hence it's impossible for them to fly. Since it's unable for them to fly, they are still capable of running up to 70 km per hour. Therefore, it can run quicker than a leopard. A leopard's top speed is roughly around 60 km per hour. Typically, they consume grains and grass. This grey color are all females and the males are usually black in color. So we have continued our journey and arrived at the side of the Mara river. The water in most of these rivers is extremely turbid. Look, there is a hippo on the shore. Due to their large bodies, they rest in the water and on land for the entire day. At night, the herbivorous hippos comes out to feed on grasses. Across the river, there is an African elephant standing alone, indicating it is a male. Look at that crocodile laying on the side of the river. There are many crocodiles in this river. Their main food is to catch the wild beasts when they cross this river during the migration time. As we were heading back to our safari jeeps, after filming the animals by the river, a group of impalas came running towards us. These impalas are one of the many species of the deer here. They seemed terrified, so we turned the camera in the direction they were looking and saw a lioness. Even though we hadn't spotted the lioness initially, the other animals had. A few topis were watching the lions from another side. Usually, the female lions aren't seen alone. They might have been separated from their pride or could be alone during their mating periods. It was now afternoon, so we decided to have our lunch under a tree. There were topis grazing right under the tree. They didn't care about us while we were inside the safari jeep. But as soon as we got out, they started watching us carefully. Look at that bird. It is called the superb starling. It has a black dot on its white eyes and is quite common in Africa. Now let me show you our safari jeep. Most of the safari jeeps here look similar. Both the side windows and top windows are open, and the safari jeeps are 4x4 for the off-road capabilities. Inside the jeep there is a bed, which is very helpful for capturing low-angle visuals. There are also charging ports and sockets for the camera batteries, as well as plenty of water bottles and biscuits for the tourists. After some time, it started raining. Look at the topis bending their heads when it rains. The rainy season here is from February to May. The temperature during the day is around 25 to 28 degrees Celsius, and at night it falls to 15 degrees Celsius. It didn't rain for a long time. It stopped after a while. We saw a deer running away, and when we searched for the reason, we spotted a lion walking through the grasses. The lion got up and started walking away when it saw us get down from our safari jeeps. Because the deer came running, all the topis are now looking in that direction. I was astonished by the power of sight these animals have because we could only see the lion after zooming in with a 600mm lens. We initially saw only the male lion walking away, but later we noticed a female lion walking ahead of him. This is a mating couple, which explains why they are apart from their prides. So we took our safari jeeps towards the mating couple. The female is the same, the one we saw earlier. Since we couldn't have our meal under the tree due to the rain, we decided to have our lunch inside the safari jeep itself. Lunch with the lions in Masai Mara. Speaking of the food, the lunch, breakfast and dinner all were delicious, especially the rice, salad and the chicken meat. The resort packs our food according to our choice, and they can also arrange for African foods if we want to try them. The mating couple got up and started walking away, so we decided not to bother them. While searching for the Rongai pride we saw in the morning, we noticed many safari jeeps gathered in the distance. It is not very difficult to spot a pride of lions. You can easily find them by looking for a spot where many safari jeeps are gathered together. So by the time we reached, all the lions had started walking towards us. Only experienced drivers can hold the vehicle in a proper manner for us to take good visuals of these lions. Our driver, Mr. David, tried his best to avoid the background view of other vehicles while taking pictures of the lions. There are few adolescent male lions in this pride. The rest are female lions. We might think that and fear that the lions may attack us as we are staying too close to them. But the fact is that these lions, tigers and other wildcats are actually scared of humans. Historically, hunting and killing lions was a way of portraying the manliness of a Masai tribe. So most of the animals in this forest, including lions, are scared of humans. Since these animals have been seeing the safari vehicles from their childhood, they are not afraid of the jeeps and tourists. They are only afraid of people when they are outside the safari jeep. Earlier, the lion moved away when we got down from the safari jeep to have our food. This lion is the same male lion we saw in the morning. There are two siblings of this male in this pride, but one has been missing for days, possibly out for mating. Sometimes, male lions from one pride may mate with female lions of another pride. So they stay away from their prides during the mating period. If the male's pride is stronger, the female's pride lets her go without any disputes. Otherwise, they fight until one pride is defeated. The winning male lion mates with the female lion. After the mating period, the female can rejoin her own pride. The spotted hyenas are always trailing the Rongai pride, ready to snatch their prey after the lion's hunt. They have an incredible sense of smell and can detect the scent of blood from a distance, converging in a group to steal the prey. In the South Indian Mudumala forests, there are unofficial reports of hyena sightings. But hyenas are actually very uncommon in our country, especially in the southern forests. But they are rarely spotted even in the central Indian forests. Look at the giraffe. Its height is truly astonishing. From a distance, they don't seem that tall, but up close, they are gigantic. The patterns on their bodies are also very beautiful. Despite their great height, giraffes seem like beautiful animals to me. Including the baby giraffes, there are about 12 to 14 giraffes over here. The color variation is due to the age differences. They get their normal shade when they become adults. Because giraffes are so tall, lions usually don't attack them. Even if the lion jumps towards their necks to bite, the giraffes can easily shake them off and deliver a powerful kick. However, baby giraffes are often hunted by lions. When discussing the lions of Masai Mara, the legendary lion named the Scarface cannot be overlooked. The Scarface was known as the strongest lion in Masai Mara, identifiable by the distinctive scar above his right eye, which earned him the name Scarface. Lions from other prides feared Scarface. The average lifespan of a lion is around 12 to 14 years, and Scarface passed away in 2001 at the age of 14. It is rare for male lions to die of old age. They usually die in battles with other wildcats and animals over territory and prey. Male lions typically stay with the pride for 2 to 3 years before being defeated or killed by another male lion, who then takes over the pride. Female lions may be ruled by at least 8 to 9 different male lions during their lifetime. Male lions that are separated from their pride are called nomads. They either live alone their entire life or defeat other lions and become the dominant male. This is the olive baboon that we explained in the previous episode. The olive baboon is the largest one of the baboon species. Although it resembles a monkey, they usually live in troops with around 20 to 30 members, but there are also troops with 50 and above members. Fruits and grains are their main food. As we continued, we encountered the real king, the second male lion of the Rongai pride, named Holoshipai. This 8-year-old lion was seen with a female lion from the Topi pride, whom he had brought for the mating. After the mating period, the male and female lions will return to their respective prides. There is much more to share about the lives and behaviors of these lions, but this episode would be too long if we covered everything. During the mating period, these lions will not hunt or kill. Even if the prey passes right by them, they won't attack. Their primary activities during this time are mating and sleeping. After exploring the forests all morning, we saw lions, zebras, giraffes, and many other animals. Now we are heading back. Look, there's a group of ostriches by the roadside. The black ones are the male ostriches and the grey ones are the female. The ostrich also lays the largest egg in the world, weighing around 1 to 2 kilograms. There are currently 2 types of ostriches in the world, the common ostrich and the Somali ostrich. These common ostriches are found in Masai Mara. Ostriches have only 2 toes on each foot and have a very strong pair of legs, which they use to kick when threatened. So by 6 p.m. we have crossed the checkposts and bid farewell to the Masai Mara. We were here for only 3 days, but the experience was very thrilling. If you are a wildlife enthusiast, you should visit Masai Mara at least once in your life. So until next time with another interesting forest story, bye bye.